Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dream Drop bonuses of the Night Journey of Dreams playthrough. So here we are in Aqua Garden, not Splash Garden as I mistakenly called it in the other part. It's because I was thinking of Night into Dreams, which has a Splash Garden. Obviously a lot of the level tropes are mimicked in Journey of Dreams from Into Dreams, so it's a pretty easy mistake to make. At least that's my excuse anyway. Now, something that I didn't mention in the previous parts of Dream Drop collecting is when you're running around as Helen or Will during the chase sections, if you run about and you come across Owl anywhere, Owl will point out that a Dream Drop is somewhere near, because he'll say there's a light going off somewhere, or Nightopian looks particularly excited or digging about somewhere. It's generally an indicator to look around in that location. It's not particularly helpful, you're better off just looking at a guide, figuring out where they are from that, and then going for them. But it's nice that the game does at least give you the option of being able to figure out where the hell you're looking. Because otherwise this would be a particularly tedious thing to be doing. I mean, I do feel sorry for anybody who went looking for these the first time round, like people who wrote the guides for where the Dream Drops are. I feel sorry for them because it must not have been that easy. Because they are obviously very well hidden. And because they are of a translucent colour, you're not necessarily likely to look in certain locations, and also if they're slightly above where the normal path is or whatever, they're not really in your, well, easy to spot. But by the way, we've already got 3 in the Aqua Garden chase mission, which feels ridiculous. And I believe the last one isn't available to us until the final chase, so they've really changed up the way in which you collected all of these. And to be fair, this one's dead easy to get. Essentially, there's just this bit where you're about to go into the 3D section. As long as you go as the dragon, you can just leap up to the top, and you're good to go. To be fair, this was one of the easier missions in which to get all the Dream Drops. It was just like, yeah, just toddle along, it's all good. Also, I like the consistency there with that ranking. Also, I think that for the most part, this is a pretty decent run of Garania. Like, I mean, 2 cycles, that's really not bad. And it's obviously a better run than I did the last time, so I'll quite happily accept that one. Now, there's only one in this mission. It's a little bit finicky to get. You're looking for this school of blue fish, which I think are blue tangs, actually. They're the same type of fish that Dory is in Finding Nemo. And the only reason that I know that that is a blue tang is because I can't remember whether it was watching a documentary, or I think I was reading an article about, oh no, that was it. I was watching Film Theory, as you do, and that obviously mentioned that Dory is a blue tang. Which it's always nice knowing the species of animals in films or games or whatever when they are presented to you. I mean, obviously, you know, like in Finding Nemo, Nemo and Marlin are clownfish. But not all of them are specified. But, it's not important. Just nice to be able to bring that up. Also, I'm noticing another fish that looks remarkably like one of the ones in Finding Nemo, the one that's voiced by Willem Dafoe, but I cannot remember for the life of me what that species of fish is called, so I'm just going to point blank ignore it. Also, I am being a complete and utter div, because I haven't picked up the Dream Drop yet, and I think I was thinking, it can't be past there, surely, because of those, but no, if you just fly through the water and pop down here, eventually, as you travel left, you'll find this little thing here, and that is where the Dream Drop is. I mean, pretty much the case with most of the Link mission Dream Drops is that if you head left instead of, you know, chasing down Octopus? I can't even remember what he's called. Oh, that is terrible. Octopore. That's it. If you just go left instead of chasing down Octopore, then you will be able to probably find it. Technically, you should be able to find them anyway if you are just swimming around, because obviously they do always loop back on themselves. But obviously there's the potential that you will have finished the mission by then, so what's the point? Also, just 251 links. That's how many I got there. I was just like, good lord, that went remarkably well. And damn right that's a new record. And never been a fan of the Ian and Helen story. And oh god, getting the Dream Drops in this one. So it's not too difficult to, well, spot where the first one is. Well, actually, I tell a lie, it is quite difficult to tell where the first one is, because you've got to run over on this and then just drop there, and then the camera freaks out, and then it's just like, okay, so the Dream Drop is hidden in the boxes, but the only way to get in the boxes is to break them. Now, the only way to break the boxes is to throw blue chips at them, but getting the angle on the blue chips is easier said than done. Thankfully, once you've destroyed 2 boxes, you should be able to locate the Dream Drop and just get it, and you don't have to worry. But it was just like, oh, for crying out loud. And then it's just so much riding up and down and up and down, and if you fall, and it's just like, oh, for pity's sake. This level really showed me why I am not a fan of Helen's missions that are like this. I mean, Marine Trench isn't that long in the grand scheme of things, but when you do things like this, i.e. trying to get a Dream Drop that is located all the way up top here, and jumping, and then you turn back around and you fall all the way back down, and you have to climb all the way back up, and it's just like, at least I managed to get both of the Dream Drops, that's the important thing. But like, well, Neon City Guide was, I mean, it was slow, but it was more fast-paced than this, and I don't know if I did bring it up in the main playthrough, but they're always slightly, for Helen's levels are just always slightly slower, slightly more infuriating, because they've got certain elements to them that just seem designed to infuriate. I mean, prime example is obviously where we are now, because Crystal Castle, for all of its lovely relaxing music, has some truly infuriating Dream Drops. Largely because, I mean, that first one is dead easy, and the second, well, the second and the third, they're pretty okay. One's just underwater, the other one you've just got to fly around something. The last one, to get the last one, you've got to activate every single diamond-shaped light crystal in the level. Which means that if you've missed one early on, then tough luck, you're not getting that final dream drop. Which is just like, game, why? Why must you make me suffer like this? Because it's dead easy to get that dream drop, although obviously a little bit difficult to see, because translucent thing on translucent crystal. Not the smartest move they've probably ever made, but still. So, yeah, I mean, if I hadn't had to do a second lap, I would have summarily missed that gem, well, diamond crystal thing, and I would have missed my chance to get the blooming dream drop, which was just like, ah! Because, funny story, I did actually get all the dream drops, bar the last one, in my first recording of this bonus, and I just missed one crystal. I think it was the one just before we went down into the cave, and I got to the end of the level. I was just like, why is this not activated? Why can't I activate it? No, no, no! So I had to redo the entire level, which, as you can tell, got me a little bit frustrated, especially considering I knew that Glass Labyrinth was coming up, and Glass Labyrinth is a pain. And nothing is going to change that fact. That'll always be one of my least favourite missions in Journey of Dreams. Just... it's so annoying. But either way, before we even get to that point, there is our final crystal to activate. It opens up that massive ball, and there is our dream drop. And this chase mission is sorted. Also, oh, that poor NiGHTS, it was looking a little bit sick. I think there was another one that was looking a little bit sick as well, but we just ignored him because I'm clearly an absolute sod. Sorry, NiGHTS. And oh, how I have not missed you, Bamamba. Bamamba? Bombamba? Oh, I can't remember now how I pronounced it. Yeah. Never liked this boss. Never will. As I'm pretty sure I probably said in the playthrough, she's not too bad in this first iteration, and to be fair, that went really gosh darn well. But still, hate her final boss. Well, her hard mode, because it, just no. It's not something I like to force myself to have to face. It's the main reason why, when I was discussing with Tom about Hellfire Comms doing Journey of Dreams, I was just like, can I not just use my old footage, i.e. the HD playthrough that I did? Because I worked really hard on that, and I got A rank on everything, and I was very, very, very proud of myself. And yeah, so thankfully that was accepted because it's decent enough looking footage. And it's all the original. I still have all the original files because I just don't get rid of the damn stuff. I just store it away on a hard drive and keep it for a rainy day in case it's ever needed. And that is Insomniac tier hiding secrets. Just that one is a fine dream drop. The second one, however, is particularly cruel because it requires jumping, and jumping in this game, no. But yeah, obviously, Bamamba, pain in the backside. Never, ever, ever doing that hard mode fight again. So I'm incredibly grateful that I am getting to use all of that wonderful A rank footage, so I don't have to ever do it again. Obviously I did, however, have to do this level twice, because I had a bit of a major challenge getting that dream drop. Like, I kept jumping and missing, and just... oh, it's because the jump arc's a little bit odd. And it's... yeah, it's quite finicky. And because it took me so much time to collect, I ended up running into the Awakers. Also because I got completely lost in this section. And that just really infuriated me. And I mean, we are still cutting it incredibly fine, because obviously we've got to leap all the way up to the top here to jump over. The Awakers have started turning up. You can get grabbed by so many Awakers before it's night over, but pretty much as soon as they do appear, you are in trouble, because you start to move slower and they gradually pull you down into the abyss of sleep. And there's the Jewel Mountain Dream Drop. Quite easy to get. Very similar location to the NiGHTS Rescue. Fluffy Catch, whatever it was, in Pure Valley. Very similar location. But obviously this is just a much more fun mission, because, I mean, just better music, better visuals, all that jazz. And this pretty much brings us to the end of the third part of these bonuses. Join me next time when we are going to finish off all of those dream drops and see what they unlock us. See you then.